1, we're going to solve for y. Come on. Gentlemen. I'm going to subtract 2x. And then divide by 4. I'm trying to get it in slope-intercept form. So I got negative 1/2 x plus 1. And so we're just really wanting to know what the slope is. So what is the slope for that? Right, negative 1/2. It's the coefficient in front of the x when it's written as y equals mx plus b. So let me give you a couple of minutes to do 2 and 3 to find the slope. Yes, but you do have to solve for y in order to do that at this point in time. So slope really is negative a over b. And a is the coefficient in front of the x. So here a would be 2 and b would be 4. So if we do negative 2, change the x. So negative 2 over 4, that would give us the negative 1/2. If you look at number 2, if we change the 3 to a negative 3 divided by negative 7. Well, that gives you positive 3 over 7. All right, let's try 1. Let's see if we can sort of skip some work a little bit. What if we had, for example, 5x plus 2y equaled 7? What do you think the slope would be? Alec? Oh, you're close.
I mean negative 5.
Okay. A goes on the top. Here A was 5, B was 2, and we're doing the opposite of A over B. All right, let me see. What if it was 6x minus 4y equaled 15? What do you think the slope would be? Negative 6, negative 4, and then that does reduce. What are they both divisible by? Negative 2. Positive 3 over 2, because they're both divisible by a negative 2. Great. So a little shortcut, save yourself a little time if you come across something on the ACT. Also, this only works if it's in standard form. X plus y equals a constant. Doesn't work if it's jumbled up some other way. Okay? All right. The other little special thing that we're going to talk about is horizontal and vertical lines. We have to be able to write equations for those as well. They look a little different than what we've been doing. So I'm going to graph a horizontal line going through at 4. So here's my horizontal line. If you want to draw that, please. I'm put some points on here, like 2, 4 would be a point on this line, and maybe 6, 4, and negative 2, 4, negative 8, 4 would be on my line. So if I look at all the points on the line, do you see anything that's the same? The 4, the y's, exactly. Y is always 4 in all of those ordered pairs. So the equation for this would just be y equals 4. Doesn't really make any difference what x is. Y is always equal to 4. And that's the only equation that you can write for a horizontal line is y equals whatever number it goes through along the y-axis. What if you're asked what the slope of the line would be? Yeah, it'd be 0. Like if I start at this point and I want to get to this point, it's rise over run. Well, I don't rise any. I only run. Right? So it's like 0 over whatever number that is. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 0 divided by 4 is 0. The slope is 0. Think about the horizon and the sun coming up above the horizon. Looks like a big 0 coming up. And then vertical line, I'm going to draw one through, I'm going to put it through 4, vertically up and down. I'll put some points on here, like, and so here's some points. I'll give you a minute to draw it. So if you look at all the ordered pairs, all the points, what does it have in common? What do all these ordered pairs have the same of? The 4 and it's the x, right, Donnie? It's in the x spot. So our equation for a vertical line is always x equals the number. In this case, 4. X equals 4. What's the slope of a vertical? Not 1. No, the horizontal is 0, so it can't be the same. Because they're totally different, you know, how steep they are. What would happen if we picked out 2 points and we did rise over run? We would rise, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I would rise 4. And then I wouldn't run anymore, would I? What's 4 divided by 0? Yeah, undefined. Because you can't divide by 0. You type that in your calculator, you get like an error message. All right? You cannot divide by 0. So vertical lines always have a slope of undefined, and its equation is always x equals. The way that I tend to think about it is if I see a letter and a number, and that's it, I think, okay, my line has to cut through the y-axis through 4, and that helps me figure out which way the line's supposed to go. And then x equals 4, I need a line that's going to cut through the x-axis at 4, all the way through. All right. Any questions about horizontal and vertical lines? All right, I'm going to give you one. See if you can graph. I want you to graph this line. Don't holler the answer out. Don't holler the answer out. See if you can graph it. What? Okay. Which way does it go?